Good morning, family. How are you? Happy Thanksgiving. I literally just got up. We're gonna get to this cooking. I've decided to do a little tiny bit of cooking, something like a Sunday dinner. So let's cook. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Today is extremely rough. I was gonna stay in bed and not do anything, but I wanted to get up and honor my mom by making some of her favorite foods, and I also wanted to create a new tradition with my children. This is my first time being alone without my mom and not even being in a relationship. So it was literally just me and my children. My little brother also stopped by, and I know how rough this day is for him as well, so I wanted to get up and cook something. I didn't go too crazy, but it kind of brought me so much comfort. I literally just made the things that my mom would eat on this day. So here's a few of her favorites. My mother loves my chicken. So I made some regular baked chicken, and I also made barbecue chicken. That's why you see two different pans of chicken. When it comes to seasoning, I know y'all might think like that's a lot of seasoning, but I tell you, a little bit of everything goes a long way. And what I always tell you, it ain't seasoned if you ain't sneezing. So definitely season up that chicken. I'm going to put the chicken in the oven. Let me tell y'all, major key to the best chicken. If you're putting water in your pan when you're making your chicken, you're doing it wrong. Chicken creates its own water. Don't add water to it. Literally just seal it tight with foil. By the time you take that foil off, you'll see all the water within itself. I didn't make a ham. I made this pre-made little slice of ham because I told y'all it's just us. So I didn't go too crazy. Onion powder, garlic powder, some honey. I'm telling you, it really, really hits different. I'm making tiny portions, y'all. My mom loved some ribs, and she loved when I made them for her every Thanksgiving because my baby ain't had no teeth, okay? So hers need to be nice and soft. When it comes to the baked macaroni and cheese, I am the only one that's allowed to make it, hands down. My mother will tell you I'm the only one that could go touch that baked macaroni and cheese. You can use any cheese to your liking. Don't forget cream cheese. The main ingredient to baked macaroni and cheese is just making your cheese sauce. As long as you make your cheese sauce, you'll be okay. And make sure you're making your noodles al dente. I like to cook them rule of thumb 7 minutes in some boiling water. I cut up my cheese in blocks, and I use whatever cheese my heart desires. Okay, I cut them up inside like little cubes. I would say use all shredded cheeses, but the different cheese hit different, especially if you get the block Velveeta cheese. My mom liked her baked macaroni and cheese very flavorful, and she liked it crunchy on the outside and creamy on the inside. So you're going to make sure you make your cheese sauce with some butter, some heavy cream, some regular milk. Listen, you must make it cheesy on the inside. That's the only way my mama like it. And please do not forget to season your cheese sauce. People forget to season their macaroni and cheese noodles, and they forget to season their cheese sauce. And this is why your macaroni tastes like water. Okay, friend? Make sure you season it. Once we get our seasonings in that, you're going to let that come to a boil just so when you add your cheeses, they melt. Mix that in there really well. we seasoned it with some salt and pepper, and I put 2 eggs in there. The texture you want to have your noodles is kind of like the macaroni and cheese that come inside of the box, but soupier. Because remember, you're going to cook this down for like 45 minutes. So you're going to have it that texture. Like you want it super, super creamy. So no matter how long you cook it for, the outside will be nice and crispy, but when you dig down into it, it'll be nice and creamy. So don't think it's too much, because it's not. You want it real, real soupy, baby, because you're going to put that in the oven, and that's going to be going for a little while. That's going to be cooking for some time. So you don't want it to be dry. You ever ate somebody macaroni and it's dry, or you keep making macaroni and even when you go to heat it up or when it's sit, it just get real hard and crunchy and dry? You're not making it soupy enough. This macaroni here, even tomorrow when you go heat it up, it's still going to be so creamy, so rich, so soupy. It can sit in the oven for 45 minutes and cook. The outside just going to get crispier, and the inside is going to be so creamy, cheesy, and good. I promise you. Now that we got that all nice and mixed in there, yes, I mean, a lot of cheese sauce. A lot of, it's supposed to sound like me. If you know what I mean. But a lot of cheese sauce. And on top, we could put our shredded cheese. I'm going to be using some Gouda. Gouda cheese is goated. That is like one of my favorite cheeses. If you never had Gouda cheese, you do not know what you're missing out on life. Because when I tell you Gouda cheese is goated, it is so good. I don't make baked macaroni and cheese without my Gouda. So you see how nice and creamy and soupy that is? That's how you want it to look, so it don't be dry and crispy and hard and crunchy in the middle. And now I'm just going to go on top with some of that Gouda cheese. Yes, baby, cheese. If you lactose intolerant, this ain't for you, baby. This what you gonna want to skip out on. And we're gonna put some sharp cheddar cheese on the top. And again, we're gonna put that in the oven, and you're gonna let that cook for at least 45 minutes. I kept mine in there for 45 minutes, and then when you take it out and you let it sit, I'm telling you, it will never be hard. Now that we got our chicken done, we got our macaroni and cheese done, we got the barbecue ribs done, we got the baked chicken done, the barbecue chicken done. My kids love this chicken, and this was one of my mom's faves. I know y'all probably like to call it stew chicken. I don't put all the ingredients that stew chicken's supposed to have, so I really don't like to call it stew chicken. I always call it my stovetop chicken, but it is super, super good. If you've been on my channel, you've seen me make this plenty times before, because this is one of our favorites. I guess you could call it stew chicken, but I like to brown it by putting some oil and some brown sugar inside of a pot. After I use all the seasonings on the chicken that you just seen, I mix this in. And this is how you're going to get that nice flavor, and you're going to get that brown look to your chicken. So I just let that cook down until it comes like real thick, like that consistency. And then I put my chicken in there. At this point, we are not adding any water. It's going to create its own water, let it brown, and let it do its thing. So you're going to put the chicken up in there, and you're going to put the top on it. Make sure you put the top on it, because that's going to help when making its own gravy. It's going to get nice and brown. You don't got to use gravy mass, though, or soy sauce or nothing like that, because it's going to naturally get brown just like that on its own. And then we want to cook that until it's falling off the bone. So what I like to do is I like to go with beef broth. You could use chicken broth also, but I like using beef broth. I'm just going to put some beef broth in there, and I'm going to let that cook down. Also, you're going to let this cook until it's like falling off the bone. And I'm going to use the gravy too that's left over from this, because I'm going to make some white rice, and I'm going to use that to top the white rice. And when it's looking like that, you know that thing done. And that's it. I didn't go crazy, y'all. I like to call this like a Sunday dinner. It wasn't no collard greens and no candy yams and none of the good, real Thanksgiving food. I ain't do too much, but I wanted to do something. Like, I didn't want to do absolutely nothing. So I felt like I did enough. I know I could have did more, but girl, I did what my heart could desire me to do, because Lord know I am forcing it and pushing it through this day. Let me remind y'all getting this vlog in real time. And this is how all the kids' plates look. They was happy with it. It made them happy. I know today is also rough for them as well. My little brother, he loved it. He ate. Alyssa friends came over. They ate. Faith, you know that's my taste tester with everything. So if Faith say it's good, it's good. And she was in love with that macaroni and cheese, honey. That's all she kept eating. Okay, guys, my mental capacity is at its limit. Today has definitely been rough. I feel like I did great. I made sure I got up super, super duper early. I gave energy. I gave life. I sung songs. I danced dances. I played TikToks. We did a lot. Ate. Had a good time. I'm over it. Carter is with his dad. Alyssa and Makayla is with their friends. Faith is with her friend. It's just me. It's new, but I'm thankful. I could complain, and I could use the rest of this vlog to do so, but I refuse to, because I'm here and I'm blessed, and we're gonna leave that there. My little brother and his girlfriend is stopping by to get a plate of food. That was another reason that motivated me to cook, because if this day is this hard for me, I can imagine how hard it is for him. I need a good cry. I'm due for one. For some reason, I hold back my cries a lot, and I don't think it's too healthy. And I'm on my period too. Girl, if you know, you know. Emotions be a roller coaster for real. I hope you guys are enjoying your Thanksgiving. This has taught me a lot. It has taught me a whole lot. Just know that Thanksgiving looks different for everybody. Don't let social media pressure you. If you need to take a mental health break today, take it. Put your phone down. Don't let the couples that's bringing home their husband or their wives or their girlfriends or their significant other, whatever, to their moms, put that pressure on you, make you feel single. Don't let people going home to their mothers and their fathers and their family and you don't have any make you feel any different. Now that I'm living and going through these moments, I promise you it can only get better. And sometimes we just got to create the dynamic we deserve. It's just that simple. I'm drained a little bit. So I'm going to use the rest of this day to edit this video. I'm going to put it out today. This is all happening in real time. And I'm going to go through some emails. I'm going to sit on my computer and do some work. And I'm just, I think I just need to just be still. Be still. I love you guys. I adore you. Another thing, my DMs will be open for the day. If today is rough, if you feel like you're alone, if you feel like you need somebody to talk to, if you need, nobody told you happy Thanksgiving today, you need to hear personally, DM me. That's what I'm going to do for the day. I'm going to leave my DMs completely open. I'm going to make sure I'm very attentive to my messages, because somebody could be feeling so alone today and they can't handle it maybe as well as I am or as well as you are. So if you feel like today is just today and life is just life, and on this Thanksgiving, I'm here for you, friend. Just the same way you're here for me and you support me, I'm here for you as well. Till next time, family.